Okay, today is, let's take a look, Saturday, April 25th. My name is Stephanie Iclone Michaels, founder and CEO of the Stephanie Michaels Software Company. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date. This is for my own records as well, in case this does end up going to federal court. So here's what happened recently. I've had several videos taken down from anybody who promotes Reallusion's videos, which copy my work. So the only one that's guilty is Reallusion and Reallusion's staff. These are the people that are guilty. Those of you who support Iclone and you don't know what's going on, and all you did was you shared a video, you weren't aware of how that video was affecting or was infringing on our copyright. Unfortunately, you're being caught in the middle, okay? So, and here's how you know when somebody's innocent. I recently had Solomon Jagway. For those of you who know him, he makes a lot of videos promoting a lot of iClone stuff. So I saw his channel and I saw that he had a YouTube short and he had a main video of the same video that I have had removed from the Reallusion channel. And so I, of course, had that video removed from his channel as well as other YouTubers' channels. There are several of them. But I want to make it clear because out of everybody whose videos we have had removed, Solomon Jagway is the only one so far that has reached out to me. He reached out to me almost immediately. We had the video taken down, and shortly after, Solomon emailed me. And I want to commend him for that. So he emails me and he's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I received 2 copyright strikes on my channel for 2 videos. Uh, I don't know what I did wrong. Can you please let me know what's going on? And so I responded to him immediately, okay, because I respect that. He tries to make peace with me. That's very good. Okay, that's how a normal person behaves, okay? He genuinely had no clue what was going on. And I hate that he's in the middle of this. But unfortunately, he is. So he reaches out to me and he's like, what's going on? Oh my gosh. And I respond to him and I'm like, hey, just so you know, Reallusion has been trying to rip off our brand identity. It's not just that they're copying our videos and certain imagery that we create, it's our entire brand identity that they're trying to rip off. And they've been doing it for months. That's why I'm taking such a hard action now. I would not be acting this way if it was a one-time offense. I'm doing it because they've been doing this for months and they don't know I've been watching. I've been paying attention. So I let him know why. I said it's because of the nude, nearly nude render that they made. It copies my photography. Okay, it's almost a direct copy of my photography. And our SIGGRAPH video where we show the guy with the tree and the stones and the rocks, they're trying to copy that but with AI because they don't have the ability to do the style switching from tune to PBR. Iclone doesn't have that. So their way of trying to match what Univa can do was by going to generative AI and using generative AI to copy what Univa, or to try and copy what they see in the Univa videos. The Univa technology is so incredible, people can't match it. A lot of companies simply cannot match what we're doing. They don't know how we're able to do what we're doing. And so they try to use AI to kind of match the technology, the incredible technology of Univa. And it's pathetic because it ends up just looking like a cheap cubic zirconian version of a real diamond. So we have all these like cubic zirconian wannabes, but we're the real diamond. And we have to let people know that, okay? We have to protect our IP. So this is what I say. I said, I told Solomon, this is what's going on. They try to copy our SIGGRAPH video. They're trying to copy our style. They're trying to copy the fact that I'm a rock star. Like they're trying to copy everything, okay? They want to be us. And so I said this to Solomon. Solomon says, "Oh my gosh, okay, I'll edit the video and I'll make sure I don't include those parts." So he says he's gonna edit the video, re-upload it, and not include those parts. I said, "That's fine. I don't have a problem with their video. I just have a problem with the parts that copy my work. They need to, if so." He asked me to remove the copyright strike from his channel, that he's going to edit those parts out of the video. And so that's the last email he sent me. And I'm going to read to you the exact email from my company that I wrote to Solomon, because I want to be transparent. I don't want any lies. I don't want any gossiping. You're hearing it directly from me. This is what I wrote to Solomon, and I sent it just now this morning. I said, "Dear Solomon, unfortunately," and I'm reading this to all of you because I want all of you to make sure you don't get yourselves in trouble. Please don't make the mistake of trying to pick sides and trying to pick on Reallusion and thinking, oh, they're a bigger company, therefore, clearly they're not going to lose. You are definitely wrong if you think that. Okay? Right is right and wrong is wrong. The law, judges don't care how big your company is. They just care that you're following the law. Okay? So you've seen cases a lot of times where one individual sues Walmart and wins millions of dollars. Have you not seen those cases? Okay, so you've seen cases where a person had a bad surgery and they sued an entire hospital and won millions of dollars. Have you not seen that? You've seen cases where one person sues a celebrity and that celebrity is huge and they win millions of. Okay, so judges don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're a big Walmart corporation, if you're a hospital, they don't care. Okay, they have to be unbiased. So please stop assuming, oh, I'm going to side with this company because Stephanie's company is smaller. There's no way they can win. That's a huge mistake on your part. So I'm just warning all of you now. If you're going to try to pick sides with Reallusion because you think we're a small company and we're newer and therefore we can't win against them, you are mistaken. I can win against Reallusion. I can win against Unreal Engine. I can win against Blender. I can win against anybody who blatantly copies my work without my permission. It's called plagiarism. Don't do it. So let me read to you what I said to Solomon, and this is a warning to all of you. I said, "Dear Solomon, unfortunately, since we are now about to enter a federal lawsuit against Reallusion," and again, do I want to enter a federal lawsuit with Reallusion? No, I don't. If Reallusion had emailed me, this is how you know they're guilty. This is proof that they are guilty. They know what they're doing. Because if they were innocent and it was done by mistake, they could have emailed me just like Solomon emailed me. Solomon is innocent. That's why he emailed me. He genuinely had no clue what was wrong with the video. But Reallusion has not emailed me once to make peace with me. They haven't emailed me once to say, "Hey, Stephanie, what parts of our video copy your work?" That's what any normal, innocent company would have done. They would have emailed me just like Solomon emailed me. And Reallusion could have emailed me and said, "Hey, I'm Charles Chen. I'm the owner of Reallusion. We got a copyright strike from your company. We checked out your software. It looks really cool. We don't know what we did wrong. Could you please tell us what parts of the video seem are similar to your content so we can come to an understanding?" Nope. Instead of if they had simply done that, if they had the maturity that Solomon has, apparently Solomon is more mature than the entire Reallusion company. If Reallusion had the maturity that Solomon has, we would have squashed this. We would have squashed this last week. All they had to do was email me the same way Solomon emailed me, with a repentant heart, with a genuine, humble spirit to squash this and to not escalate this. That's all they had to do. Reallusion could have emailed me saying, "Hey, we don't know what's wrong, what's going on," but they didn't. You want to know why? Because they know exactly what they did wrong. They know exactly which parts of their video copied my work because they did it intentionally, and it's not the first time. They've been doing this for months. That's why until they haven't emailed me, they haven't reached out to me, they haven't tried to make peace with me. They want war because They know it's going to be so embarrassing for them to admit that they've been copying my work. They are such an embarrassment. They've embarrassed themselves so much. And at this point, they don't know what to do. They don't know if they should just come out and admit it and stop. That's what a normal person would do. A normal person would just admit it and then stop. But they don't want to stop. They want to continue ripping us off and then going and claiming they are at the forefront of technology when they're not. So they want to posture, they want to put on this brave face like, oh, we're not wrong. We're not wrong. But you are. You know you're wrong. That's why you haven't emailed me. Because you know you're wrong. Your whole team knows you're lying. The entire Reallusion team knows you're lying. Benny D is a liar himself, and he knows you're lying. And Benny D, I'm just going to say something to you because I know you watch my videos. You're an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment. For you to be a black person, an African, and you're going against me, and I'm black and African, you are an embarrassment. And the only reason I can think of why you would be siding with Reallusion is because of your own jealousy. You must be so jealous of me. Because I can tell that you tried to compete with me at one point. At one point, you thought you could be on the same level as me. At one point, Benny D, Just Art Studios, you thought that you could compete with me back when I was better than Pixar and I was making videos under that name. You were trying to compete with me, but you can't, can you? You couldn't compete with me then, and you definitely can't compete with me now because I've surpassed you in life. You're going to live 10 lifetimes and not ever be able to do what I've achieved. That's the only reason why you would be siding with Reallusion over me. When I've been nothing but kind to you, when I started the Better Than Pixar YouTube channel, I was nothing but kind to you, Benny D. You entered into my competition that I had, and I gave you a software and a free license. I was nothing but kind to you. But since then, you've become jealous of me, and now you're siding with Reallusion, even though you know what they're doing is wrong. You're watching my videos, and then you're going to Reallusion and telling them things. You want to be in contrary to me. Everyone that I don't praise, that's who you praise. If I say Kanye West is demonic, you go to your YouTube channel and you make a video about Kanye West, talking about how much you love Kanye West. You have a problem, sweetie. You have a problem, Benny D, and I'm just telling you, you need to repent. You have a demonic problem, and I told you that. You have a demonic issue. You need to repent. Something is wrong with you. It's really sad when African men are jealous of women because they've surpassed you. It's really sad. Your life is sad. You need to get over your jealousy and do the right thing. You're on the wrong side, bro. So now, let me read you what I said to Solomon. Unfortunately, since we are about to enter a federal lawsuit against Reallusion for continued theft of our intellectual property and for causing brand confusion by blatantly mirroring our company and its direction, their staff have been caught repeating almost everything we say and do in our videos. Reallusion and their obsession with our company has crossed the line into almost cyber-stalkerish behavior. They are not trying to compete with us because they know they can't. They act like they want to become us. They want to absorb us. They want to be us, since they cannot beat us. The spread of misinformation by Reallusion. Thousands of people have seen these videos, and none of them were told by Reallusion that some of the best shots they used in the video were inspired by our content and a direct ripoff of our work. This hurts my brand, and they took credit for work they did not originally author. In their 2026 roadmap, they claim to be at the forefront of technology, which is a huge statement of falsehood. They cannot be at the forefront of tech when all their company does is steal from superior newcomers who did the innovations first. The penalty. Anyone who now knows Reallusion is a thief of creative work but continues to promote their videos without telling their audience that they copied and ripped off our work will keep getting copyright strikes until YouTube deletes your channel. Promote Iclone at your own risk. We want all artists to understand that it is never okay for someone or a company, no matter how big or small, to plagiarize the content of others. Promote their videos at your own risk. But now you have been warned and made aware. To remove the strike against your channel, I will only remove the strike if you make a video stating that you received a copyright strike from the Stephanie Michael Software Company, creators of the Unova Film Engine, which is the first film engine ever created, because of Reallusion using our original work without our consent. You must promote us as the original to correct the mistake, since a lot of your audience has seen that video and does not know, just as you did not know. This is not your fault, Solomon, but you are caught in the middle because you did promote a lie, and now that lie must be corrected. Educate your audience on the truth. Make a video stating the above, or you can show this email to your audience and read it directly from it. That's perfectly fine. You can make this email public. That's fine. I'm doing so as well. And put a link to our original SIGGRAPH video in the video that you make about us. Put a link to the original SIGGRAPH video and put a link to our website, okay? So that your audience knows the truth. That Iclone and other big gaming companies keep trying to rip off our work. They seem to have a very hard time with competition and are scared of us gaining traction. So they want to copy our work and hope to bury the original. This is usually the tactic big companies use when a newcomer is a threat that they can't control or dominate. Our new software, Unova Pro, is already ranked #1 above all real-time rendering tools as of 2026. You can check our YouTube channel to see proof of that. Reallusion is worried. Many big gaming companies are worried. Unfortunately for them, we will not allow disrespect to continue. Everyone will be sued if that's what it takes. No exceptions. Epic Games has also been warned, and so has Blender Foundation. We will not be taken advantage of or bullied. This is how it has to be. We now have to undo the damage Reallusion has caused. I asked them nicely months ago to stop ripping off our work, and I sent them emails months ago, which they ignored. Now everyone who promotes them will suffer for it, including them. Reallusion broke their own EULA by copying us. That's how desperate they are, okay? Doing nude or nearly nude renderings has never been Reallusion's brand. That's not Reallusion's brand. Never in the past have they made edgy renders like that. As a matter of fact, they forbid it in their own EULA. They don't allow the users to make any NSF, not safe for work, content using characters made by Reallusion software. So ask yourself, why now? All of a sudden, after they tried pretending they were so above NSFW content, are they showing women's butt cracks on a public 2026 roadmap, knowing that some of their users are 13 years old? How is that appropriate for their brand? That's not their brand. They are trying to change their image because of the Stephanie Michael Software Company, because of what they see me doing. We allow our users to make NSFW content with our software. We don't police what our users make. But until they officially change what's in their EULA about adult content, ask yourself why a nearly nude white woman with her butt crack showing is on a company's roadmap that kids and teenagers might see. Since when does Reallusion make imagery of that nature? They need to understand that trying to copy my company is going to get them in a world of trouble. Our brand is for adults. We don't target teens or kids. We don't do talking heads. That stuff is for children. Their software is for kids, okay? Or adults who can't animate, okay? So Reallusion is completely out of line for trying to copy our nude photography when that is not in their line, when that is not in line with their own EULA, okay? So that's the message I sent to Solomon. This is the email that I will send to any other YouTube channel that receives a strike, okay, for promoting Reallusion's work. I'm sorry, but this is how it has to be. I try to get these people to stop. You've heard me. Those of you who have been on this channel, you've heard me. I've said this so many times. You guys aren't taking it seriously. You think we're not going to take action? Well, we're taking action now. I told you last year, 2026, we're suing everybody. If that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Good luck.